Hey, 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 I'm back. No, it's been a long time. Hold on, y'all. So, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Ooh. Hey. Hey, how you doing? So, today I am beta launching my I Ching app. A lot of you are on my old I Ching app, and you'll be switching over to my new one. But one of the things I found is that about so many people who don't know about the E King, like y'all, like second to none, the biggest divination system I use, I bet y'all think is cardology. Well, I just use cardology because I know cardology, but when it comes to tapping in and getting some quick advice on something, I'm going to the E King. So about a year or so ago, I think it's been like a year, I launched the I Ching AI. And I have since launched an improvement of the I Ching, where you can continue to chat about the responses that it gives you. So this is the thing. Let me explain to you about the I Ching, right? So the I Ching will give you answers, give you what it basically does is it gives you the energy that you're dealing with right now, right? And that energy is it's almost like cardology in terms of cardology has karmas that it deals with. So like if you ask a question about anything within that card, it fits in that card, right? Because that's the energy you're dealing with. Well, the I Ching is the same way. If you ask a question, that answer is not just specific to your question that you're answering. That answer is really specific to all the energy you have at your disposal right now. Because all of these oracles, they're energy readers, right? They read your energy. Like, what energy are you sitting in right now? Like, what is my potential right now, right? Like, sometimes like, you know what? My energy is not that great right now. You know what I mean? So it's like, I can only get but so much done, but what can I get done? Right? So this is going to encompass your whole energy. So you could get an E King reading and you can continue to actually chat with that reading. You know what I mean? Because it's really what it's about right now. And I just made a change to it. I'm a bad coder, y'all. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I build these things, and instead of doing the right thing, which means build your app and then have a development app that you work on, I be working on live apps. I'm a bad coder, y'all. I'm so bad. I'm so sloppy. But I be working on live stuff. So I was working on it yesterday because I was like, oh, I want to do this. This is what I want to do. I want to improve it. So let me add this to it. Man, I messed up the whole thing and then wound up having to go back in and fix it. And I was like, damn, I can't be doing that. So if sometimes you log into the app and is glitching, likely Aquarius is working on it. Okay. Trying to make it better and better and better. Cause that's what my little perfectionist. Remember, I told you about perfectionism. Perfectionism is great for coding. You know what I mean? But not for real life so much. So anyway, I'm going to share my screen and I'm even going to do some sample readings. You know what I mean? So y'all going to be like able to kind of like see into You know what I mean? What's going on with me and stuff. And I'm real transparent. I don't care. I'll tell y'all. Yeah, I'm at the bottom. I this is my big year, y'all. I'm displacing the 10 of hearts. And it's not for the weak at heart, because when you are displacing the 10, you got to start off at the bottom, suffering, like you suffer until whatever it is going to happen. Got to have branches on GitHub. Oh yeah, I do a lot of that on GitHub. Don't get me wrong. I got a lot on GitHub as well. So yes, I do that. I do. Wow, how you think I was able to bring it back so fast? Because it's on GitHub, and I'm just gonna push the change like that fast. So yes, absolutely. So this is the new E-King. This is a landing page. And people be asking me, are you gonna be in the Apple store and all of that? The Apple store is predatory. Apple is predatory. Okay? Stop trying to push people into predatory stuff. There's a reason, folks. Like, they do the same thing with me on GuapCoin. They'd be like, when is GuapCoin gonna be on Coinbase? Do you not know how predatory Coinbase is, and like how bad Coinbase is to black and brown people? Like, I don't want GuapCoin to be on Coinbase, but y'all pushing me there, right? So anyway, back to the E-King. So this is the home page. Got a couple of things on the home page. Some people absolutely don't know what it is. So I got a little quick, kind of explaining what it is. Now, they say that the E-King dates back 3,000 years, right? But I've shown y'all on line how the E-King is very, very close to the Ifa Odus, right? So the Ifa Odus has 256 Odus, right? But then it's like all of these different possible combinations. I forget the number, y'all. And E King has 64, and they got different possible combinations. Well, yes, the E King does come from the same binary oracle. So as a matter of fact, when I'm developing it, I use binary to generate the code that actually creates the hexagrams and does the readings, right? So when I was talking to, you know what I mean? Like, I'm literally like, when I redid it, of course I did it with AI, and y'all tend to some of my classes, and I show you how you can code with AI. And what coding with AI does now, it helps me to put out my stuff like 10 times faster, because my other eking app was not done with AI. But this one, it helps me to add new features like in literally like 5 minutes. So, but if you're not familiar with binary, it's those zeros and ones. It is the foundation of computing, right? And not only does the E King have binary, but so does the E file do's. Excuse me. So that's why when somebody's doing a reading in E5, you have an open or close. Even with the cowrie shells, if you've done cowrie shell readings and divinations, you have one side where the mouth is open, you have the other side where the mouth is closed. So this is like speaking and shut. So it's like open and shut. This is the foundation of computing, right? So the E King that we're using stems back to China like 3,000 years ago. And some people might ask me, well, why don't you use the Odus? Why are you not using the Odus? Well, I'm going to tell you, so I'm going to be real. Our folks like to gatekeep so bad, right? Anybody can get on the E-King and learn the E-King and do self-improvement. Everybody can't pick up Odus and do that. Now, I can understand why there needs to be some gatekeeping, because when you open an Odu, there may be a prescription that needs to happen to cure your whatever you got going on, your spiritual condition, which in that fact, you could just go to, you should be able to me, you should just be able to go to a priest and say, hey, I pulled a divination on myself, and this is the Odu that I got. So can you help me do the work? You know what I mean? But I think there's a lot of evolution that needs to happen in that area. But anyway, when it comes to our folks, there's a lot of gatekeeping, and I can understand this gatekeeping because we have a lot of fear in regards to people taking our stuff. But that may be why people take our stuff. You know what I mean? Because we have fear of somebody taking our stuff. Well, I digress. So a lot of times when I'm doing readings, I don't even do Odoo's, but I built an Odoo app, by the way, probably a couple years ago, and I'm considering bringing that back as well. But at any rate, I don't like to be arguing with people over, oh, why you putting this out from here and you can't do this, you can't do that. If y'all know me, Aquarius is Aquarius. I'm one of the type. First of all, I'm a rebel. Second of all, I will go build my own shit. You know what I mean? So I don't have to hear from nobody. I don't have to. That's how I got so deep into cardiology, is because some of the gatekeepers, the older gatekeepers in cardiology, and honestly, there's only really one of them. Everybody else has really been pretty cool. But the gatekeepers would be like, well, I call it this term and I don't want nobody else using this term without my permission. Well, F you and your permission. Not to say I got any problems with you, but F you and your permission. Guess what? I'm a creator and I'm just going to create my own shit. So that's what I do. And that's why I do it. You know what I mean? So I create my own shit. So I don't have to have nobody coming in my face, number one, saying, you took my stuff, or saying, you shouldn't be doing this and you shouldn't be doing that. So because I'm creating something that you don't even understand. You know what I mean? Like, where'd she get that from? And then I'm coming with receipts. So that's why I do that. But I digress. The E King is open to everybody. I didn't create the E King, but it is a tool that everybody is open to everybody. No one gatekeeps the E King. And that's what I love about it. So you can learn so much about people, about energies and stuff like that by studying the I Ching as well. And honestly, it's like cardiology. It's not super hard to learn. And then a lot of you are into human design, and human design was based off of the I Ching. It's literally got I Ching all through it. So if you learn the I Ching and if you work with the I Ching and you love human design, I Ching is going to help you understand human design even better. Feel me? So so again, I start out with a little on the homepage, a little information about it. I told you it's connected to human design. And I also tells you what the app is giving you. It's giving you clear interpretations, personalized insights, and integration of traditional wisdom and contemporary context, practical guidance for modern life challenges, right? So how it works is the AI is not giving you the reading. What the AI is doing is interpreting the reading, right? The software is doing the pull, because an E King is just a random pull of numbers, like I said, binary. So the software is doing the random pull, and it's not random. It's actually doing the pull that is magnetically attracted to you right now, because it's the energy you're sitting in. So even as I do the pull that I'm getting ready to do now, everybody who actually watches this pull is also sitting in the same energy. Now, the interpretation for me may be different than the interpretation for you, because it may be focusing on a different part of your life, right? Whereas I'm asking a question that's focusing on this, but for you, it may be focusing on something else. So that's where the difference is. Okay. So I did that. Now you'll go register. The price is $11.99 a month, right? And another reason why I rebuilt this is because I was relying a lot on my processor to do the processing, and it was people that couldn't figure out how to close their account, how to do this, how to do that. I have a big old close your account right there now. So if you want to close your account, you can close your account. Because what tends to happen is that people don't know nothing about this. They get in, they're like, ooh, 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 let me see it. And they're not ready. You know what I mean? They're not ready to deal with it. They're not ready to accept the real powerful wisdom that it could give you. Right. So now they're like, it's just another nothing, but when you know, let me put it to you like that. So at any rate, let me go ahead and log in. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm already registered. So when you get in, you are going to have a few readings, different readings that you can do. I'm going to start down here with first You got the support page if you need to get support because something's not working. You got instructions here. You know what I mean? So it tells you what you can do in the app. There's different types of readings. There's a general reading, relationship reading, and a money reading, right? And those other readings kind of home in on those areas. And when you get your reading, it brings back the hexagrams. Now, mind you, if you don't want to pay attention to the hexagrams because those are confusing, you don't have to, because it's still going to tell you, still going to explain the reading to you, right? So the initial hexagram in the I Ching represents your current situation. The change in lines represent how the situation is transforming or not, right? Because you could get an hexagram that doesn't have any change in lines, so that means that it's pretty much is what it is. And I find that it's rare I get hexagrams that are not changing lines anymore. Back in the days, I used to get straight up hexagrams with no changing lines, but now I get changing lines all the time. I don't know if that has to do with Pluto and Aquarius or whatever, or the big Aquarian kind of age and all this transformation going on, but I always got changing lines these days, right? So you get the resultant hexagram, which is the potential outcome or direction that the energy is going. Now, because they are changing lines, guess what? It could change, right? But you're getting the potential outcome of the situation. And the AI interpretation is a detailed analysis of what should you these hexagrams that you hold. Now, there's so much information out there in the world about the interpretations of the I Ching. There are so many books, different books that present different interpretations, clarifying because people are different. The interpretations in China may not be so relevant to me here in America or even in Russia or wherever. So there's different interpretations that connect and click with different people. So now the AI has access to all of them interpretations. So what the AI can do is now process what your question is and what you're asking and translate what the likely answer is based off of answers that are already out there. So for you who don't trust the AI, it's not the AI giving you the reading. The AI is acting as a translator of the reading that's already there. Okay. So some of the additional features that you can do with this now is you can chat about your reading. So let's say you just quite don't understand, or let's say that there's another additional element you like to find out about as well that's connected to us. Now you can continue a conversation and get deeper. Another feature that my app now features is that you can back up your readings. So let's say you want to keep your readings, you want to keep a log of some of the things that happen. And maybe if you move away from the app or the app goes down or whatever, and you want to have access to what your readings are, so you can now back up your readings, right? And then, like I said, you can close your account, that type of thing. And then there's a list of best practices for doing your readings. You know what I mean? So one of the features that I do have coming that's likely going to launch next month is going to be an add-on where you could just get a conversation from using from my voice. So you don't have to read it. You could speak your question and you will get a response from using my voice. So that's what I'm adding to the next one. The next update to this, which will be an add-on, and yes, it'll be a little bit more costly than the 11.99. It's 11.99. Yeah. So you got that. And then you also have a history, and you see it has the same question because this is when I was just testing it, right? So you got a reading history. And when you go into reading history, it still has the hexagrams, it has the interpretation, and you can still chat about your questions that you've asked before, right? I feel like I tell my friend, I joke with my friend, just don't be cursing them out because you didn't like the way the outcome was. Okay, don't be cursing my AI out. Okay, so let's keep the energy clean. So anyway, so you got the reading history, and like I said, up here is where you can download a spreadsheet of your past readings, and stuff like that. Ooh, I didn't mean to do that. So Let's go here. So when you go to a general reading, it just starts out with some questions. These are starter questions, just in case you can't think of what to ask it. Got some good starter questions here. Even especially in the relationship part. How can I improve my current relationship? What type of person is a good match for me in a relationship? How can I heal from past relationship wounds? What energy surrounds my love life? How can I attract a healthy relationship? Now, mind you, you can still just type in and ask it whatever question you want. But these are just some good starter questions, right? So I'm gonna go with, what type of person is a good match for me in a relationship? Now, mind you, I messed up the app yesterday, so I didn't test this one out. So I'm hoping I can still chat with this one. If not, I'm going to just click get your reading. Hopefully I fixed what I needed to fix. So you see over here, you can sign out, you can close your account. Up here, you can change and simplify your reading. You can also put it on dark mode. Some of y'all might like dark mode rather than light mode. And this is where you manage your account over here. So just your little and stuff. Okay, so it gave me my reading. It gave me 58 into 23 of the lines, right? So I asked what type of person is a good match for me. So it says embracing the power relationships. You received the initial hexagram 58. So it's explaining these, which represents joy or the joyous. This hexagram signifies a harmonious and joyful state where open communication and mutual understanding are key. It suggests that you're entering a period where you're more receptive to the idea of a relationship and you're open to exploring possibilities of a joyful connection with someone. The change in lines indicate there are several aspects of yourself and the relationship that are evolving. These lines suggest you're becoming more aware of your own needs and desires, and you're learning to communicate them more effectively, and that's true. I'm very real now. Like, I used to be like, go along with stuff, but I am so real now. You're also becoming more open to receiving and giving joy, and you're recognizing the importance of mutual support and the understanding in a relationship. Being true to yourself and expressing your needs clearly is essential in attracting a compatible partner. Considering both the initial and resultant hexagrams, it seems you are being guided towards a relationship where honesty, openness, and mutual respect are fundamental. The resultant hexagram, stripping or splitting apart, may seem daunting, but it actually suggests that you are being called to let go of any preconceptions and expectations that may be limiting your ability to connect with someone who is truly compatible. You're being invited to be vulnerable and authentic, allowing yourself to be seen and understood by someone who appreciates you for who you are. Trust that the right person will be drawn to your unique energy and joy, and be patient as this relationship will unfold naturally when the time is right. So essentially, it's saying that I need a straight up true blue person. You know what I mean? But I can even go deeper. So I'm going to go chat with this reading, right? So when I go chat with this reading, it takes me to a chat and I can chat further about it, right? So I'm going to ask, so what type of characteristics would this person likely have? Okay. So I'm going further. Two characteristics of a compatible partner. Considering the hexagrams, it is likely the compatible partner will embody qualities that resonate with honesty, openness, and mutual respect. They may possess characters such as emotional intelligence, the ability to understand and communicate their own emotions, as well as being receptive to yours, authenticity, a genuine and sincere individual who is true to themselves and values honesty in their relationships, playfulness and joy, someone who can appreciate the lighthearted and joyful aspects of life and is not afraid to show their playful side, empathy and compassion, a person who understands and supports your needs and is willing to work through challenges together, Open-mindedness, an individual who is receptive to new experiences, ideas, and perspectives, and is not afraid to explore and learn with you. The resulting hexagram also suggests that this person may have experienced their own share of stripping away or letting go of old patterns, habits, and relationships that no longer serve them. They could have this could have led them to develop a stronger sense of self awareness and a deeper understanding of what they truly desire in a relationship. The importance of shared values. It's essential to note that a compatible partner will likely share similar values and priorities, such as mutual respect and trust, open communication and active listening, emotional intelligence and empathy, authenticity and honesty, and a sense of humor and playfulness. When you meet someone who embodies these qualities, you may feel a strong sense of connection and resonance. Trust your instincts and allow yourself to be vulnerable and open with this person. Remember, the right relationship will unfold naturally when it's the right time. It's essential to focus on your own growth and development in the meantime. Reflection and self discovery. Take this opportunity to reflect on your own values, needs, and desires. Ask yourself, what are my non negotiables in a relationship? What kind of energy and vibe do I want to attract? How can I continue to cultivate my own emotional intelligence, authenticity, and playfulness? By focusing on your own growth and self awareness, you'll become a more vibrant and attractive version of yourself. And you'll be able to likely draw in a compatible partner who appreciates you for who you are. So I say no more. The E King is dope, right? I almost want to play some of the little sound effects. Is the E King not dope? Can I get an amen in the chat? Can I get an amen? Seriously. I mean, you could go to somebody and get a reading and pay a ton of money, right? Or you could do like I do and a lot of other people do and go to the E King and ask your question. So it's pretty dope, right? Very, very, very extensive answer to your question. And you can even ask even further. You know what I mean? Like you could literally jump up here and describe somebody you met and say, honestly, does this sound like a person that fits that? It's $11.99 a month. Someone asked, does this sound like $11.99 a month? So you can ask, does this sound like a person that fits what you're saying? So they and the E King can even tell you, nah, that doesn't sound like it. No, I don't know. Those don't sound like the characteristics. So I rather the computer tell you than me. Okay. So that's that. So somebody was like they're interested in money questions. And you know what? I'm almost embarrassed to ask because I know it's gonna tell me. I done asked a couple of money questions, but I already knew the answer to and stuff like that, right? So let's see, what could we do here? I'm gonna choose this. I'm not even gonna ask no questions, but I'm gonna choose this question. What opportunities for wealth are coming my way? Ooh, I'm scared, y'all. I'm scared. I'm scared. Let's see what it say. Usually only takes a minute. Okay, so the hexagrams show up, right? So we got hexagram 64 into 18. Woo, I know 18. You know what 18 means? You gotta it's 18 is working on what's been spoiled. Woo! I said, okay, you gonna about to E King is about to read me, like read me. So as you seek insight into opportunities for wealth, the initial hexagram before completion suggests that you are on the verge of completing a significant project or phase in your life. The hexagram indicates you have made significant progress, but there is still a crucial step to be taken before achieving success. It advises you to be cautious and not rushing into completion, as the final steps can be most critical. So I'm going to explain hexagram 64. Hexagram 64 is called before completion, and it is, if I remember correctly, it's been so long, but it is a fox it's like a fox that's crossing the river, right? So the fox is like thinking that By the time it gets to near the edge to get to the other side, it's thinking like, I made it, I made it. Then it turn around and fall in. You know what I mean? So something bad happens. Basically, just because you think you got there, you got caught slipping. So that's 64. So 64 is those lessons that you need to learn in order to complete something, to really get to. Like it's basically saying, look, don't get too antsy because you think you got it. Like you may get in a situation to whereas it looks great, and then all of a sudden it just fall apart. Like that's not it. And it's like when you think you getting money, so you spend the money you got, and then turn around, you ain't get that money that you was anticipating on, and now you broke. That's hexagram 64 for you. Okay. So the change in lines 3 and 4 offer guidance. Line 3 warns against being too proud or arrogant, as this could lead to mistakes and setback. It advises you to remain humble and be open to advice and guidance for others. So let me tell you something. When you're about to make it big, usually you suffer. And the reason you suffer is because this is a time you really need to be humble, right? You really need to be humble. And if some people were in this grand position that everything is doing good and then it's just going to get better, they're not going to become humble. Like they're not going to be humble, right? So, what the universe will do is prior to making it to some really, really big point in your life, then you will get humbled. You know what I mean? You will get humbled. So your money is bad. Some people lose their home. Some people become homeless. I know you've heard about Steve Harvey. I know you've heard about there's others that are out there like that too. So they say before they made it, they lost everything. So this is to humble you. So number one, you don't get arrogant, and number two, you don't forget where you came from, because you're gonna have people that you're gonna have to come back and help one day. You know what I mean? So this almost always happens. The only time I would say it doesn't happen is if you're already a super humble person. You may halfway live on the street now. You really have no attachment to material things whatsoever. Then you may skate by without suffering. But most of us are not that person. So you will be humbled in order to make it to that next level. So that's exactly what this is saying, right? So this line, the line 4 suggests that you may be holding on to something or someone too tightly. And now it's time to let go and trust that everything will work for the best. It's essential to release any attachments that may be hindering your progress and trust in the natural flow of events. So I'll tell you this. I know how that applies to me, because what I tend to do when that humble moment is coming is I work even harder. Like I don't want to inconvenience my family anymore. I don't want to inconvenience my kids. My kids is looking around like, yo, what's happening? Your money is slowing down, blah, 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 blah. So guess what? I go and work harder, right? Even harder. But this is the time where I need to let go, right? So I need to really let go and pay attention to the signs even more harder, because now I'm being guided into goodness. Now I'm being guided into blessings, right? And I also, this is a time to strengthen my faith, right? Because when you make it, faith is going to be the thing that's going to carry you through all the way to the end, right? So, considering both hexagrams, the resultant hexagrams is work on the decay. That means work on what's been spoiled. So essentially, what this means is, while you're waiting for this thing to happen to you, don't start on anything new. Go back and improve. Go back and work on things that you need to work on. The things that you have outstanding already. So that's what work on being spoiled means at this time. You know what I mean? So it could be things like your health. Work on your health. Or it's a lot of things. It's your health, it's some things you need to finish, your house, whatever, but it's telling you to turn your attention inward and work on your inward life until this thing that's coming your way, this major thing that's coming your way, comes and materializes. And then you're going to be clean. You know what I mean? Because you ain't going to have stuff or people chasing you down, hunting you down when you that person. You know what I mean? So here's explaining. It says this could involve reevaluating your spending habits, investments, or career path, making adjustments to align with your true values and goals, right? The combination of these two hexagrams advises you to be patient, cautious, and humble as you approach new opportunities for wealth. Focus on nurturing and cultivating your inner resources, Queen of Spades, that's my Jupiter card this year, such as your skills, your knowledge, and relationships, and trust that external wealth will follow naturally. By doing so, you will be well on your way to creating a prosperous and fulfilling life. So, it started out by telling me where I am right now. That's the first part of the hexagram right up here. It says that I'm seeking opportunities for wealth, but it looks like there's a significant phase of my life is coming to a close, right? And a significant project, something that is going to continue and further my successes on the way. So now it's telling me you got to do this. So most people who don't get readings, they or stuff like that, they'll assume that the suffering means that nothing is happening for them. Everything's going down the toilet. They'll be depressed, they'll be this, they'll be that, and they'll kind of be stuck in the mud with this. But if you have some type of spiritual guidance, even a tool like this, then this is meant to help keep you moving along the way you're supposed to be moving along and understand that everything is in divine order. So this is the I Ching. So what y'all think, y'all? Drop it in the comments. What do y'all think? What you think? What you think? I had to take a drink. What you think? What you think? What's going on? Anybody already use the I Ching? You like it. You like it. Yeah, I talked with somebody and I was telling them, this is my app in the thing. They was like, well, what is the E-King? And I was like, well, you gotta wait for it because I'm gonna do a video on it and I'll explain because I surely can't explain no text message. Do we have any E-Kingers in the house? Do we have any? This is a link to sign up. Um, even though I put it in the thing. Da, da. This is the link to sign up. Oh, y'all, let me make sure I give you the right link. That's the E-King. That's the link where you sign up. So I think that I explained it the best way I can explain it. Note that I will be strengthening some of the, training and more to come back with different styles and stuff like that. And that's actually what that little book is at the top. This is supposed to give you a choice between either a detailed or a simple reading. So if you don't want all that E-King stuff, that's what yes, because you got to pay first. It's not free. It's going to take you to a payment page first when you sign up. I'm logged in already. So it's going to take you to create a subscription first. And then, oh, okay. So you went in now and paid, and it's still taking you to a sign up screen. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying, Mavalo? You just paid? Did you just pay, or are you talking about when you signed up with the other E-King? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Uh, uh, uh. Let's see here. Mm-mm-mm. Like I told y'all, I was messing in stuff. Oh, I'm in the wrong place. Hold on 1 second. I'm supposed to be in production. Uh, okay. If you try to log in and it takes you back to the payment after you pay, just give it about 5 minutes. Just give it about 5 minutes. Or anybody, you signed up already? Where did you talking about, to this app or to the other eKing? Because if you signed up to, if you're talking about the old eKing, you're gonna have to sign up all over again. I've canceled all of the subscriptions, all of the payments that were coming out of the old app. Is that what you're saying? Just inbox me, because it could confuse somebody else. So just inbox me where your situation might be different. But it could always be fixed. So, have sometimes you gotta have a little patience. But I I made some changes since yesterday, so I could have messed something up too. So just hit me up in my inbox on Instagram or Facebook or something like that, wherever you came from. So sometimes it takes a little bit for it to hit the site that you are paid. Alrighty. So anyway, like I said, I'm adding some other things. One of the things that I'm getting ready to add to is also your ability to share your reading. So like, let's say you got a reading. That's the one thing I've always learned about the cardology is, I mean, that's not cardology, the I Ching. We always tend to like to share our readings. So we'd be like copy and pasting and putting it in text messages. See what my reading said, da 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 about this. So I am adding the ability to be able to just share the whole entire reading as a page and as a link. That's one of the features that I'm working on. So like I said, I'm constantly working on features for the apps that I do. Constantly. The next app that is coming out is the updated Cardology Pro app, and a lot of y'all already have that older app. That app has been out for a couple of years now, so it's being updated. A brand new Cardology Pro app is coming, and the relationship app is almost finished. So because I've done a lot with that too. I'm working on a slew of apps, y'all. So I like, because I use these apps. Like these are apps that I use. And then outside of the realm of divination, I'm working on an agent app so you can create an AI agent for yourself or agents to do certain things for you. So as y'all see, I'm already using them and about to put my Instagram totally in the hands of my agents, creating content for me. And all they're doing is literally taking the hundreds of hours of readings and lectures I've given, and they're repurposing it as content for me. And that's what you can do. So I've had quite a few AI classes. My last AI agents class, and I have an AI boot camp coming up. I don't even know when that is, if that's up. But I have a boot camp that's like a couple of days long. Let me see. Yep, it's already on my page. I gave out an early bird coupon to get in for $3.99, and that early bird coupon was supposed to end today, I think. Yes, I think it's either today or yesterday. I think I'm going to extend it to tomorrow, but you'll be able to get into my AI Agents Bootcamp, which is going to be from February 10th to the 14th online. And you're going to learn how to build your own agents, just like I taught the other day, but we're going to go deeper into it. How to build your clones, how to do your clone voice, how to do your clone avatar. And and this is now. this is strictly I Ching. right? But we do actually have an astrology one coming up. My partner is releasing an app called Astro Genie, and it is dope. I've been using her app too. So Astro Genie will answer questions, and it uses your astrology to answer those questions. So that's another one, and then the other one would be cardology. So yeah, we doing some dope stuff. She's also another dope developer, and putting out some really good software. So we working over here, y'all. Like for real, for real. We trying to make this life easier for us because we work so hard. But if you go to my AI agents, if you want to sign up for that and learn how to build your own agents and put your own life, and you're going to build your agents right there in that boot camp. So that's the difference between the webinar that I have in just a couple of hours and a 4-day thing. That you're going to come out of that 4-day with your own agent that you built, and you can keep on giving your agent abilities. So that's the thing. Like you have agents and you give your agents abilities. So you might have an agent that answers your email. You might have an agent that creates content for you. You have an agent that writes books for you or writes articles for you, or you might have an agent that, does whatever, right? And, then you might have an agent that manages all your agents. You know what I mean? So assigns the task to a particular one of your agents. I'm trying to find that coupon code for y'all. And I'm making sure that it's still valid. And if it's not, I might have to give y'all another coupon code so that you can sign up. But I'm telling you, this is what 2025, if y'all go on Google and you search AI agents, I'm not just on Google, I'm sorry, on YouTube and search AI agents, they're going to tell you that is the biggest thing this year. 2025, it ain't about Elon, it ain't about this, it's about agents. Because what agents are, yeah, my coupon ended today. So I'm gonna add another coupon for one more day. This coupon ended today. So I'm gonna add another coupon, and it's going to end tomorrow. So you get in for $3.99. It's gonna end tomorrow. And coupon is for 400. So yeah, so thing and the expiration date. And why do I do this? Like, why do I do early bird coupons? Because I don't want to sit around to the last day and find out that only 2 or 3 people signed up for the class. You know what I mean? And a lot of times, why do people not sign up for the class? Because, they might think it's unaffordable. But I'm going to tell you, like, these things right here, these are the things that you should be getting into, especially if you are an entrepreneur. Especially, there's no question about it. You need to be learning AI, and not learning it in the terms of going to school and all of that. No, you need to be using it and learning how to use it. I'm about to post. Code is half off. Now, even if only 2 people show up for the class, I do the class. You know what I mean? I don't be like, oh, I'm not going to do the class. I'm going to cancel a class. No, I don't do that. 2 people show up, then we doing this class, because I'm going to record the class and I'm just going to have more content from my community. Yes, you do get a recording, Hadassah. I sent it out. So if you didn't get it, yeah, definitely inbox me, because I already sent out the replay. So you might have signed up after I got those sets of emails or whatever that came in. But yes, I sent it out. So I'll send it to you if you email me. So this is the link to get into this building an AI system to support your business or brand. I'm addicted to agents, y'all. Like, I'm addicted. There is some setup though, you know what I mean? And even a person like me that's used to doing everything myself, you got to break yourself. Like you got to peel your fingers away from doing the work yourself and allow yourself to have more faith and trust in the systems that you create. Because yes, this may break, but you can go in and fix it. But agents are essentially robots without bodies. And then next year it's going to be about robots. This year it's going to be about agents. So they live on your computer. Next year, the same abilities that these agents have are going to be in robots. And then, of course, people are going to be getting robots. So agents right now are as close as you're going to get to some robots. And actually, as cheap as you're going to get because it's not very expensive to build your own agents and to have your own agents running. It's not expensive at all. So this is going to be the cheapest you're going to get and the closest you're going to get to being able to build up a system that can support you. And it's a little bit of a learning curve, but it's not impossible. You just need to be able to follow directions because that's what your agent is going to be doing, following directions. You need to be able to follow directions. That's it. If you got a hard time following directions, then maybe this is not the class for you. But if you can follow directions, even if you got to replay the video over and over again or ask a question over and over again, then this class is for you. This was it almost 4-day class, 3-4-day class is for you. So yeah, so please sign up. At any rate, it was good explaining the I Ching to y'all. So I hope that you utilize it because me and my I Ching buddies, we use it all the time. We use it all the time. We ask all kind of questions. My daughter uses it. People in my son, people in my family, all of my friends that I send it to, they all use it. And I hear less and less from them. So at any rate, y'all, how y'all doing this 3 of Hearts week? You should be creative. This is a creative week. Being creative. This is a video kind of week, a week where you do videos. So that's why I'm working on my other AIs, my other personalities, because I'm gonna have them doing certain videos. Because honestly, I don't really want to do videos. Now I like doing lives here and there. I do. I'm gonna continue these lives as much as I can, but to constantly get out content that I have and share things and teach, it's going to be strictly videos. I still got my vault is up. I'm still adding content to my vaults. Matter of fact, I'm about to refresh it with some new content, more content today, trying to push all of my stuff over into the vault. And that's my classes. And you can sign up to the vault too. So enjoy this beautiful Queen of Diamonds day. I was getting ready to say Queen of Clubs, Lord. Queen of Diamonds day. And if it's your birthday, because I know so many Queen of Diamonds and I know so many birthdays, wishing you a happy birthday. So get your birthday reading in the I Ching app. Peace.